Welcome back, Naji here. So in our last video, we discussed about how to create the tensors in PyTorch, right? So in this video, we will be discussing on different type of manipulations that we can do with respect to tensors. Okay. So basically, there are few operations are there that we can do with the tensors. That is addition that we can do, subtraction, the multiplication that we can do, element based multiplication that we can do, also we can do the matrix multiplication, division also we can do. Okay, so I already have some of the sample codes, so we can go through this sample codes. Okay, so for example, here I'm going to create a tensor. This we discussed in our last video, torch.tensor, and this is the 1 2 3 4 is my tensor. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the 10 to that particular tensor 1. Okay, so let's execute this. We'll see its result, right? So the 10 will be added to each one of this element. So the 10 will be added to 1, we will get 11, and 10 will be added to 2, we will get 12, and we will get the 13. So similar way we can do the multiplication. So here also I am declaring 1 2 3 4 as a number, and I am multiplying with this 10. Okay, execute it, then we can see we will get 10. 10 into 1 we are getting 10, and 10 into 2 20, 10 into 3 30. So this is we are getting the answer. So similar way I can do the subtraction. So I just do the subtract, tensor 1 minus 10, and this will subtract minus 10. It will subtract 10 with each number. So 1 minus 10 will be minus 9, 1 minus 2 will be 8, and 3 minus 10 will be 7. Okay, so let me say 8 again. So it is 1 minus 10 will be minus 9, 2 minus 10 will be minus 8, 3 minus 10 will be minus 7. So this is we have done, and there is another way. There is a built-in function is there that we can use with respect to the torch, that is the torch.mul, and I can pass the tensor and I can pass a number. Okay, so this will actually give us the same result as we did earlier. Okay, so if you look on this is the multiplication, torch.mul. So this will multiply with each element with tensor 1 with this 10. So the value of the tensor 1 is 1 2 3 4. Then the result that we are getting is 10 20 and 30. Similar way I can do the addition here. Okay, so I believe similar way we will have the torch.subtract will be there. I can give the sub. Let me try this. Tensor 1.10, and this will give the result. And let me see if division is there. So we can try to see div. Okay, div also we can see. Okay, tensor 1 by 10. So we are getting some results here. Okay, 100.11. Okay, this also looks good. Okay, now next we can discuss about the matrix multiplication. So matrix multiplication, we can say two ways of matrix multiplication is there. One is the element wise multiplication and the dot product multiplication. So in elements wise multiplication, it will multiply like each element by element. Okay. So here for example, let me see my tensor 1. So this is my tensor 1, and I'm trying to multiply this with the element wise multiplication. So let me execute it. Okay, so element wise execution. Okay, this is just a text I'm printing, and if I am if I am printing is, I will get 1 4 and 9. Okay, so just see how I get the 1 4 9. So this is 1 into 1 I'm getting 1, and 2 into 2 I'm getting 4, 3 into 3 I'm getting 9. So this is that is why it is called element wise multiplication. Okay, so I can do let me say it again. So there are two matrices are there. Here we have the two matrices are same, and when we do the element by element, so this first, the 0th element will be multiplied with the 0th elements of here, and the second element will be multiplied with the second element, third element will be multiplied by the third element. Then we will get the answer. Sorry, something went wrong. Okay, I just did something wrong. Then let me execute it. That's why we are getting 1 4 and 9. Okay, now we can talk about the matrix multiplication. Okay, so in matrix multiplication here what we have is the 1, 2 and 3 is there. Okay, so this is a special case. This is a one-dimensional thing. So if you look on this, we are getting the value as 14. Okay, so how we are getting the value as 14? So since this is the actual calculation, so what happens is that this will multiply by 1 into 1 plus, so second element into second element, 2 into 2 and 3 into 3. Okay, so if you do this, we are getting the value as 14. Okay, now we can see how can we do a matrix multiplication. So here a two-dimensional array is there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I have a matrix A will be there, and matrix B will be 5, 6 and 7, 8. Okay, so let me initialize this. Okay, now let's think about how the matrix multiplication happens. I believe everybody should know this. Maybe they have studied in their high schools, or maybe in their engineering, or maybe in their the +2. They have studied this kind of a multiplication, right? Okay, so let's understand in a high level what is happening with multiplication. So consider we have a two matrices are there, like A and second one is the B. Okay, so if you look on this A, so here it will be 2 cross 2 is the size of this, and this will be 2 cross 2. Okay, so the one of the thumb rule with respect to, or one of the basic rule with matrix multiplication is, when we do multiplication, the column number of the first matrix and the row number of first matrix should be same. Okay, for example, here 2 by 2 is the size of first matrix, right? So the column size is 2, and here if it is if you are considering the B, it is 2 by 2. Okay, so here we can see that the column number, the number of columns in the first matrix and the number of rows in the second matrix are same. Then only we will able to do the multiplication, matrix multiplication. Okay, so let's look on this, how we are getting the 19, 22, 43 and 50. We can see that what we are doing, first we are taking the first row of first matrix and the first column of the first matrix. So here what we are doing, 1 into 5, that is 5, and 2 into 7, which is 14, right? Okay, so it will be 5 and 14, that is we are getting the 19. So that is why 19 comes here. Then we are taking first row and the first column here. So it will be 1 into 6, then 6, 2 into 8, it will be 16. So 16 plus 6, which will be 22. And here if you come to the second row, it will be first. What we will do, first we will multiply with the second row with the first column. So it will be 3 into 5, which is 15, plus 4 into 7, which will be 28. So when we add these two, we will get the 43. Similar way, I can do 3 into 6, 3 into 6 plus 4 into 8, we will get 50. Okay, so yeah, here they have mentioned that in a detailed way. Okay. So this is a high level how we do the multiplication. So as I said, everybody have studied that in the high school, so I am just doing some kind of a reminders there. Okay, so this is the matrix that I am doing. Then I can do torch.matmul to the multiplication. So let me execute it. So we will be getting the same result. We are getting the 19, 22, 43 and the 50. Okay, so if I am just adding maybe one more row here, so it will be like 3, and I'm also adding the 3, and now I'm executing it. So I'm getting error because it says mat1 and mat2 shapes cannot be multiplied. So here it is 2 by 3 and it is 2 by 2. So as I said earlier, the column number of the number of columns in the first row and the number of rows in the second matrix should be same. Okay, so to work this, what I need to do, I need to add one more row. So let me add 1, 2 here. Execute. See, this is working fine because now what is the scenario? Let me have in the matrix A shape will be I can say 2 cross 3, right? 2 cross 3, and in the second matrix shape is 3 cross 2. Okay, So here we can see this number of columns and the second matrix number of rows are same, so we could easily able to multiply. Okay, so another way of doing the multiplication, we can use here we can use at also. So if I am using matrix A at matrix B, then this also will do the multiplication. Okay, so I believe that is what we have planned for this this video tutorial. So we have discussed about the basic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and the matrix multiplication. So the two ways matrix multiplication, element wise, and also normal matrix multiplication. Okay, so that is all about this video. Please do like and subscribe. Have a nice day. Bye bye.